Do you know that about 800 million people worldwide suffer from renal failure? The irony is 90% of the people that have the condition are not even aware they have it. Well, it emerged as one of the prominent leading causes of death worldwide. So, what causes our kidneys to fail? According to a research, 76% of the cases of renal failure were as a result of diabetes. About 47% of them were people that had hypertension. So it occurs that diabetes and hypertension are major causes of renal failure. Well, they are not the only culprits. Diseases that can affect the small filtering unit of the kidneys, that is glomerulonephritis, can also cause renal failure, as well as obstruction by kidney stones, petty infections, urinary tract infections that stay untreated can all cause renal failure. Well, the saddest part is our habits can also cause our kidneys to damage. Well, that brings us to today's video, 7 daily habits that causes our kidneys to fail. Don't go anywhere, stay tuned. I will be back before you realize. Hello there, what's up? What is up, YouTube? Welcome to Medical Oasis. My name is Poppy and I'm so excited to be back on your screens again. If today happens to be your first encounter with this channel, please do subscribe and turn on your notifications so you don't miss any of our episodes. If you're a regular subscriber or a regular member, I really appreciate you. Thank you for your support. Keep sharing the link. I think Alpha Godberg Una. Share the link to your friends and family so they can benefit from the contents that we bring out there. In today's video, we are going to discuss 7 daily habits that can harm our kidneys. So let's get right into the video. Below your rib cage at both sides of your spine lies 2 enormous phenomenal P-shaped organs called your kidneys. The kidney is about 12 centimeters long, 6 centimeters wide, and 3 centimeters thick. The primary function of the kidney is to basically filter blood. So the kidney is responsible for removing the metabolic waste and toxins from our body through our urine. In fact, the kidney can filter about 200 quarts of fluid in a day. That is enough to fill a full bathtub. Well, the kidney is generous and so it performs other functions like activating the active form of vitamin D called calcitriol that helps our body to absorb calcium for strong bones. The kidney can also control your blood pressure by producing a protein called renin. When our blood pressure is low, the kidney synthesizes a protein called renin that helps our blood pressure to normalize or raises our blood pressure. It can also contribute to the production of red blood cells by producing a hormone called erythropoietin that acts on your bone marrow to produce red blood cells. So clearly, the kidney is a vital organ. However, some people unknowingly carry out some daily activities that can harm their kidneys. So here are some daily activities that are harmful for your kidneys. Let's get right into the video. Abuse of NSAIDs. NSAIDs are a class of painkillers called non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. It is supposed to help you alleviate your pain. However, prolonged exposure to these drugs can affect the small filtering vessels in your kidney. This condition is known as analgesic nephropathy. Well, examples of NSAIDs include ibuprofen, diclofenac, and aspirin. So please reduce the regular use of these medications and do not go over the required prescription. Excessive salt consumption. So salt contains sodium and sodium pulls more water into the blood vessels, causing the kidney also to retain more water. You remember this experiment in junior high school where we sliced yam, make the cavity in it, and put a solvent, that is sugar solution or salt solution, in the cavity, then place it in a basin of water. At the end of the experiment, we realized water moved from the basin into the cavity that contained the solvent, and then the level of the water in the cavity rose. Yes, that's exactly what happens with salt in our blood vessels. Sodium pulls more water from the interstitial environment into the blood vessels, causing the fluid volume in the blood vessels to increase. When the volume increases, what will happen? the heart will now require more pressure or more force to pump blood through the vessels. This increases your blood pressure and in turn puts pressure on the kidneys, and this in the long run can affect the kidney tissues and cause the kidney to fail. So limit your salt consumption to 2.3 grams per day if you are hypertensive. You can replace your salt with natural spices or herbs. Please do abstain from processed foods that are high in sodium. So make sure you check the sodium content of the processed food before eating. So before we continue, guys, I think if up to this point you haven't subscribed yet, I think it's only fair you subscribe. Please subscribe and click on the bell button to turn on your notifications. You can also share the link to your friends and family so they may also benefit from this video. Now, let's continue. Insufficient sleep. Now, when we are at rest, the kidney slows down its function and conserves energy. Less urine is produced, which prevents dehydration and electrolyte imbalance. Now, not having enough sleep causes your kidney to overwork. With time, this affects the ability of your kidney to perform its function properly. So, according to a study, people that do not have up to 7 to 8 hours of sleep in a day are likely to experience rapid decline in their kidney function over time. So make sure you do take enough rest to avoid pressure on your kidneys. Not taking enough water. Water helps the kidney flush out toxins. It also prevents the formation of kidney stones and other crystals that causes obstruction and cause the kidney to fail. So make sure you drink 6 to 8 glasses of water in a day to help you stay hydrated and prevent kidney failure. Smoking. Smoking releases some toxins into your bloodstream that causes narrowing of your blood vessels. When your blood vessels are narrowed, it requires the heart to use more force to push blood through your vessels. This in turn increases your blood pressure, and prolonged blood pressure rise can also affect the kidney function. Excessive alcohol intake. Abuse of alcohol forces your kidney to lose more water and electrolytes. This can cause dehydration and puts more pressure on the kidneys. It can also affect your liver cells that are responsible for also helping the body detoxify blood. Now, this puts pressure on the kidney to do the detoxification work by itself. Alcohol can also cause hardening of the vessels. Just like smoking, when the vessels are hardened, the heart requires more force to be able to push blood into the vessels. This in turn also raises your blood pressure, and then with time causes a damage to the kidney tissues that also would cause them to lose their function. So limit your alcohol intake to 1 drink per day if you're a lady and 2 drinks per day if you're a man. And the last point, herbal concussion. Now, the abuse of herbal medications causes an irritation in the kidney that forces the kidney to excrete more water than usual. This in turn puts more pressure on the kidney and reduce their function. Alright guys, so this brings us to the end of today's episode of Medic Oasis. In today's video, we discussed the 7 common practices that can harm our kidneys that you probably didn't know. And these include abuse of NSAIDs, excessive salt intake, inadequate water intake, insufficient rest, excessive alcohol consumption, smoking, and herbal concussion. So if you have any questions or suggestions, please do comment it down below. Watch out for our next videos. Until then, stay tuned and bye for now.